Welcome to day 6 of VEDD. This chapter of my life is called Being Stupid. Now, a few days ago, I misprinted a check for my rent, and I had a feeling that I misprinted it the day that I did it, but I didn't bother to look because I had already put it in the drop slot, and I had this gut-wrenching feeling for the last several days that I missigned it. And so I sent an email to my landlord, and turns out I did misprint it like I thought. So, this is me being stupid. Going to go send my check in, and then I'm going to go vlog. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to finally do my video. Why is somebody texting me? Today I'm finally going to do my second Q&A video, which I've been promising to do for a very long time. So, we will do that today.
Hey everybody, I'm back. So I was thinking, I'm pretty sure if there's like a vlog bible somewhere, I broke the first rule because I switched video formats, and that's probably like the very first rule that you're not supposed to do when you vlog is just change formats. But I'm doing it anyway because this is the simplest way. So today I'm going to do something that I should have done a long time ago. Well, not that long, but long enough. I should have done this a long time ago, so I'm going to do my second Q&A video, which I promised I would do. So here it is. I'm going to start with the first question, and it comes from, I lost the page. Where did it go? Okay, this comes from Shiroi012, and this is Inside Hello Project. Is there any other idol you like that isn't in Morning Musume? No, not currently. I am not a huge fan of the current Hello Project. I think if you look back into the old Hello Project, I am interested in Coconut Musume, in Country Musume, in W, which was kind of Morning Musume still, and Minimoni, which is still Morning Musume kind of, and Coconut Musume. I was into basically all the old Hello Project. I was really into, and I still am, and I still listen to their music. Next question, before I keep ranting about that. And this comes from Liamers, and says, what was or is the thing that has made Gaki your favorite member? As for me, it was her funny virtual tour through Yokohama that got me hooked on her in the very early days of my fandom. And there's a second question, but I'll answer that next. So what made me like Gaki from the very beginning, I've said this a few times, is that the very first PV that I saw was Kaneshimi Twilight, and I felt like Gaki stood out to me more than anybody else, and I think as I followed Morning Musume, she just kept standing out to me, and I really wanted to know more about her, and as I learned more, I just felt like she had such a sweet presence about her. She was funny, she was entertaining, even still she makes me laugh. I found this long video from a few years back. It was a Christmas special, and Gaki is so witty and so sharp when she's not on stage. What they had to do is they were going from amusement park to amusement park. They had to ride different rides, and if any of you guys have seen it, please let me know, because I thought it was hilarious. There was a part where they had to go into a haunted house, and it was Sayu and Eddie who had to go in, and Ai-chan and Nigaki were standing outside waiting for them, and while they were inside, they had to list off 20 Hello Project members, and they just kept screaming and freaking out, and they weren't saying anything, and Gaki just kept, she said at one point, she's like, don't you wish that you and I could be the ones that were saying the answers, because they're not talking? And then there was another part where they were like on a roller coaster, Sayu and Eddie again, and they were supposed to be yelling out answers for something, and they weren't, and in the middle, I just died. She was like, I'm shocked, I tell you. And I just died. I thought it was the funniest thing. And one last example, because I have to say this, is they had to do math while they were on another roller coaster, and Gaki messed up the entire thing, and at the very end she goes, I think we said all of them, we did it, and they get off, and they're like, no you didn't, and she's like, but we did. It was really funny. And the second question from the Ummers is, also, do you think people who have the same favorite member of the group have a sort of similar personality in real life for them to be drawn to the same idol? For me, I really don't feel like I know anybody that is like Gaki. I feel like behind the scenes and on stage, she's really very motherly, and she is kind towards the other members. I guess I do have friends that are like that, but I don't think I could really say that they are definitively like Nigaki. And I almost just, I feel like I'm attracted to her personality because it's such a stark difference from what I'm used to. I don't know how it is for other fans. I feel like generally as people, we are attracted to people who are similar to us. and who have similar features to people that we like. So I don't know. I think I've just always really just been attracted to her. I think there's something about her, excuse me, that has stood out compared to other members. The next question is from who is this from? Somebody. Um, do you do lovely? And it says, so my question for you is there any members of Morning Musume that you believe should have never been let into the group? I'm assuming you'll say Koha. I actually don't think that. I don't like Koharu for a few reasons. I don't really think she was the ace that she was supposed to be. I don't really like her voice too much, and her personality is just way too over the top for me. But I appreciated the fact that she was in Morning Musume and that she really pushed herself and that she tried to work on herself, even though she went through her really cutesy Kide phase. And I don't know. I think that she was a good attribute to Morning Musume. That's not the word I'm looking for, but that's the closest that I can think of. I think she contributed to the group in a way that other people couldn't have done. So I don't think that someone who I don't think should have been let into the group. You know, I'm not a huge fan of Goto, but I still feel like she. Oh, I touched my mic there. I'm sorry. I don't believe that she shouldn't have been let in. I'm going through all the generations, and I really can't think of anybody. Maybe the girl in the second generation. I forget what her name is, but the one that was only in a few singles, because she seemed to have a really bland personality. I don't really see her sticking out, even in old videos, and she didn't ever stand out to me. I don't know if she even got very many solo lines to begin with, but maybe her, because she really didn't contribute much, for me at least. Um, for second, First generation I love, second generation I really love, third Goto is okay, fourth generation and fifth were my favorites. Sixth generation I really liked all of them. Reina I have issues with as a lead, but that's about it. Koharu I like. Aika, I feel like she's working her way up. She's really trying. Junjun Lin, I loved them. Ninth gen, I like. The 10th generation, okay. Here is somebody and I'm gonna go on kind of a tangent right now. And also, I need to explain a little bit is that I have gotten a message from somebody on Tumblr. I don't know who it is or what their beef is, but they asked why I hate Riho so much. And I don't hate Riho. I need to make that completely, perfectly, blatantly clear is that I don't hate her. I don't hate anybody. There's no, especially if I don't know her, I don't know her to hate her. Um, I hate her as a lead, and I don't know how many times I have to say this to make my point clear, is that I hate that she's a lead. I initially liked her, and I liked the entire ninth generation. I still like her to an extent. I just don't like that she gets so many lines. So when I say that I hate Riho, I don't hate her as a person. I hate her as a character in Morning Musume. So like you can hate a character in a show, like you can watch Lost and hate Jack, but you can love the actor. I don't know what his name is, but you can hate him, but you don't hate the person. You just hate the character, and that's how I feel because I feel like in Morning Musume, they are themselves, and then on stage and in music videos, they're their character. And I don't like her character. I don't like who she is in the group. However, I think she's contributing. I don't like her. The 10th generation, however, I hate the 10th generation. I don't hate any of the people, but I hate the 10th generation because I feel like it was rushed in a sense that they were trying to do this whole like 10 perfect circle thing. Takahashi's 10th year in Morning Musume, the 10th generation, a brand new Morning Musume. I don't know. I feel like the girls that are in it, they're not the aces that I would like them to be, and I feel like had there been a little bit more time invested, that they could have found some better girls. And I honestly really don't care about the hatred that I'm getting. And I did get a message saying that I'm being arrogant by not liking them and not learning their names. I disagree. I think that I'm being opinionated, and I don't think I've ever been anything but that, is but opinionated on my channel. And I don't think that have I don't think they have the promise that other generations have had, and I think they were rushed. And so I hate the 10th generation right now, and I feel like the four girls that are in it should not have been let in, and they should have had more time to really pick down into the nitty gritty of who was the best and who could have been the best. And I think that Morning Musume is turning really into a little kid group. And when I saw the Yorimuri Land video from the Mobeki Masu concert, I remember watching Maji Desu Kesuka, and I just thought, this just feels like I'm watching a bunch of little kids, and I felt dirty, and I turned it off. So, that's just my thought, and that was a tangent, and I'm sorry. So the next question comes from I Dream Daily, and it says, why don't you like Goto? This is actually two questions. I don't like Goto because I don't really know a good way to explain this. I don't get a good feeling from her. I feel like her aura is very dark, and it just is off-putting to me. Also, I don't really care for the what's the word I'm looking for? It's not really arrogance, but it was kind of just an overconfident arrogance almost about her. And even in the Ayaka Surprise English Lessons, which was the very first exposure I had to Morning Musume, I remember watching all her videos and I just thought, this chick is just, what is her deal? And that's why I don't like her. Is just the aura that I got from her. And the way she treated Ayaka was just like, bitch, who are you? Like, that's like the aura that I got from her. Like, she thought she was fabulous. And, people disagree, and, you know, again, it's everybody else's opinion. I'm entitled to have my own. You're entitled to have yours. So I mean, like, that's just why I don't like Goto. Is I didn't really care for the aura that I picked up from her. And the second question is, I tried watching AKB once. I forgot the name, and it made me feel dirty or wrong. The lyrics of the song were just too much. With AKB, they don't even use most of the girls' voices, so they have many girls in the group. I think they were trying to become like Marty Musume, but hasn't succeeded. Just my opinion. So in there, I think there's a question: is oh no, there's not really. That's more of a statement. But I had ranted about AKB in one of my other videos, and I think I know what song you may be talking about. There was one song, I think it was Baby Baby Baby, and at the very beginning, there's this girl, she's probably like 14 years old, takes off her dress and like falls down on a bed, and she says Baby 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 in this really seductive way, but it's not seductive, it's like she's being molested almost. And then all of a sudden it zooms to a pool, and there are a bunch of girls in colorful outfits dancing around, and I just felt wrong somehow, like I was watching porn, like child porn or something. I don't know. I don't know the way to describe it, but I just felt really wrong watching it. So I can identify with that. I just felt weird, dirty, very dirty watching that video, and I shut it off after only a few seconds. As for if they're trying to be like Morning Musume, I don't know if that's the case. I think that they're trying to be different, and I think when something different comes around, people jump on the bandwagon to find out what's different about them and really to see what it is about them that they like or appreciate. And I think that is why people like AKB. And there's one last question, and I was planning on saving it for later, but I'm just going to do it now. Let's see, wait, how much time do I have? Oh, I've talked for way too long. Okay, I'll have to save this question for next time. But thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.